Hello everybody, I'm Elainabahm, your psychic medium, and welcome to 2025. So this video, I'm actually going to do something a little bit different than I normally do for my videos. This video, I am going to teach you how you can start paying attention to spirit and how you can start getting your own messages from spirit so you don't always have to rely on my videos or other psychics and mediums, because 2025 is going to be a very big spiritual awakening year. You're going to see a lot more spiritual teachers coming out of the woodwork, or people just getting more in tune with their psychic abilities. And I'm going to tell you right now, everybody has this ability. You do not have to be born with this. So if you're one of those individuals that you think you have something going on, or you feel things that are going on, but you're not too sure, stick around, because this video is going to give you a lot of clarity. But before I get into this video, can you do me a favor? Hit that like and subscribe button. I'm actually really trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So that is my goal for 2025, and I greatly appreciate your support. So let's get into it. So how do you receive messages from spirit, Elaina? Well, there's 4 main ways you receive messages from spirit. And also at the end of this video, I'm going to give you an exercise to do so you can figure out which one of the 4 ways spirit is sending you messages, because everybody's different. Everybody's unique. Not everybody is the same. So you need to figure out, how do you receive messages from spirit? So let's go through the 4 ways spirit sends you messages, or how you are going to receive messages from spirit. So basically they're called the 4 clairs. Now the first clair is clairessence. Basically another word for clairessence is you're an empath. You feel everything. So I am a very big empath. I feel spirits around me. I take on their emotions. I take on other people's emotions and other energies. So to know if you're an empath or not, like when you go to an event and you're in big crowds, do you start getting headaches? Do you start feeling frustrated? Do you start feeling other people's energies on you? It's not your frustration or your headache. You're picking it up from somebody else. So I don't like to go to areas where there's large crowds, because spirits bug me. And I feel everyone's energies and their emotions or their ailments. And it's not always fun for me. So empaths take on a lot of feelings. Now, if you have a child or a teenager that suffers from anxiety, usually they're probably the more sensitive kid out of the other kids if you have more children. And usually those children are empaths. So they'll have like a panic attack or get really caught in their head over anxiety, and they actually don't know what's wrong. You know, you'll see them crying and you'll be like, honey, what's wrong? And they're like, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong, but they're bawling their eyes out. And when you look at them, it's real in that moment. So now what's happening is it their emotions that they're trying to deal with, or is it other emotions or energies that they picked up that day? So it becomes really hard to distinguish one of the two. So a lot of empaths are more sensitive people, and they have anxiety. So just keep a note on that. Look, if you have children, like I have teenagers, if anxiety plays a role with one of your kids. So clairessence, that's your empaths. You feel everything. When I do readings, I feel the spirits in the room. So I feel if they're male or female, depending on the sensations my body gets. And where those sensations are tells me a lot about the spirit that's entering the room. I feel their ailments of how they felt when they passed. So if somebody died, for instance, from a heart attack, my chest will really start constraining. I'll feel a lot of pressure on my chest. Sometimes I'll have a hard time swallowing or talking. So I'm feeling the ailments that the person who passed felt. And that's not always fun for me at all, because I'm not feeling always, happy things. So anyways, that is clairessence. That is your empaths. You feel things around you. The second clair is clairvoyance. You see spirits, or you see auras, or you see orbs, or you have vivid dreams. If you're a person that has vivid dreams, guess what? You're clairvoyant. Even though you may not see spirits come in and out of a room with your eyes, vivid dreams, that's clairvoyance. When you look in the sky and you look in the clouds, do you see shapes of animals or people? That's clairvoyance. So clairvoyance is all about seeing. The third clair is clairaudience. Do you hear them? So I'm very strong with clairaudience. And I'll tell you, like, you probably have all 4 clairs usually people do. It's just you'll be dominant in one or two over the others. So clairvoyance is, for me, is probably the lowest on the list for myself personally. Clairaudience is up there on the top for me. So I hear spirits. So, and you got to understand, when I say you hear spirits, you're not hearing them through these ears. It's like when you talk to yourself in your head, that's how I communicate with spirit. So I'm talking to myself in my head, but what I'm saying to myself in my head is not from me, it's from spirit. So that's how I hear them. So clairaudience is you hear things. Sometimes you'll hear, it's like somebody's whispering to you names or phrases. So clairaudience is all about the ears, or in your head, you hear spirits. And finally, the last one is claircognizance. So what is claircognizance? Claircognizance is just a sense of knowing. Like, this is going to happen, and you have no rhyme or reason to think that or to conclude that, and you have no facts to back it up. You just know it's going to happen. So an example I can give you, a personal example, is when I was a child around 8 years old, if you asked me the question, who would pass away first, your mother or your father? I would say mom. Mom's going to pass away first. I just knew it. I always known mom would pass away first before dad. Now, why did I think that? How did I come up to that conclusion? I have no idea. I had nothing to back it up. I just knew. It was a sense of knowing. Really, it didn't make sense because my father was 8 years older than my mom. So biologically, it would make more sense if my father passed away before my mother, but that wasn't the case at all. And so my mom, unfortunately, she passed away when I was 25. She was 56 years old. And then my dad passed away when I was 40, and he was already 82 years old. So it was just a sense of knowing. So if you have that, like, no, I know this boyfriend's not the one for her, or I know this marriage isn't going to last, or I know this job is not the job for me. I just have this feeling. That's claircognizance. So there are your 4 clairs. You got clairessence. Do you feel things? Clairvoyance. Do you see things? Clairaudience. Are you hearing things? And then claircognizance. It's just a sense of knowing. So, Elaina, how do I know which one is my clair? So let me give you an exercise that will help you determine which clair is the clair that spirit uses to send you messages. So this is what I want you to do. Whenever you get a chance to do this, do it. And I do this a lot of the times. I want you to sit in a dark room in your home. I don't care where. Just find your room that goes really dark as dark can be. Okay? Take away all distractions. So no animals, no cats, no dogs, no people around you. You want it quiet. You don't want any distractions. So find a dark room, place a chair in it, just sit in a chair in this room. And your eyes aren't going to be closed, so keep your eyes open. Set a timer for 10 minutes on your phone, and then black out your phone screen so there's no light shining. And I just want you to sit in a dark room for 10 minutes with your eyes open and just be. And so what are you listening for? What are you seeing? I want you to pay attention. Now, first off, you're going to start hearing every noise in your house, because when it's that quiet, you hear everything. But when you're sitting in that dark room, do you start seeing shadows around you? Do you start seeing auras or orbs around you? Do you feel another being in the room with you? Or do you feel like there's someone else in the room with you? You're not alone. Do you feel somebody touching your arm or placing their hand on your back, but no one's in the room? Now, here's the thing. The first few times you do this exercise, you may not experience anything. That's fine. Just keep on at it. Because you sitting in this dark room, you're going to determine how spirit is starting to send you messages. Do you feel things? Are you hearing things? Are you seeing things? Or do you have a sense of knowing things? So this is a great exercise for you to get clear of which clair spirit is using to send you messages. And then once you've figured that out, from there, you just develop this gift and your intuition to a next level. If you're interested in booking a session with me where I could teach you how to do this and give you more exercises, just hit the link at the bottom, and I'll be more than happy to run you through this and get clear on how it is you're going to receive messages from spirit. Because I'm going to tell you right now, 2025 is going to be a big spiritual year, and full of intuition and psychic abilities. And Spirit is nudging you in this direction. I don't think you realize it yet, but if things haven't been working out as planned, there's a reason for it and there's a purpose for it. So start paying attention to your intuition, and I will see you in the next video, and let me know what shows up for you. Talk to you soon.